Alright, so my last two packs are right here. Again, these are like just general climbing packs that I've had for a really long time that I like, that are both really, really great. We'll start with the bigger one and then we'll move over to this little guy. This is the Mammut Face 22. It's a 22-liter bag. It's got a hydration pocket. It's got this huge opening, which is great. Shove your shoes and stuff in there, and I mean, it's made out of this ridiculously tough denier, I think is what it is, on the outside, and then on the inside it's got kind of a thinner nylon. But on the outside, it's ridiculously tough. I mean, this stuff down here, this bag has seen a lot, and it is just taken it. It's got compression straps on the side, which can also double as a rope hauling system if you're taking a rope. I've hauled all my guiding stuff on here, which is like 3 ropes and static line and a crap ton of gear and shoes and a harness and dog food and everything in here, and it filled up. I was surprised it took as much as it did, but it took it all and just kept on going. It was really heavy. It's kind of uncomfortable, but when it was all I had, it was a good pack. It's got a couple gear loops here on the side. It actually used to have a really beefy waist strap, but I've since kind of lost that. It'd be nice to get another one. Maybe I can call Mammut. Got, ice axe loops on the back if you're into that. It's got these great gear loops on the sides, which when you have it on, are at the perfect height for just a couple more things. You can just put a couple more things here, and then you can, if you're leading, you can have this be your leading pack. Throw a couple sandwiches in it, because when it's empty, it gets pretty thin on your back. I mean, you can compress it way down, and keep your hydration bladder and stuff in there if you want. One of the things that I really like about this is I'm not a camelback person. I am a MSR drum bag person, so it's got the option of either camelback loop or drum bag loops, which is really cool. I wish more people did that, but this is like the only bag that I've ever seen that actually has both. So, but I use this bag for everything. Slackline Sundays, this is my bag. It gets way more use than a lot of other bags. So, totally awesome, totally bulletproof. I mean, you could throw this thing down a mountain and it would come out just fine. You can find these all over the internet. They don't make them, Mammut doesn't make them anymore, so you can probably get a really good deal on them. I paid probably too much money for this, but me and my climbing partner at the time got matching packs and were totally gay, so it was pretty cool. It's got an internal frame, which is removable. That's what this Velcro thing is for. It's got their butterfly frame, so a couple years ago it was like all the rage. It was supposed to be really flexible. It is really flexible. That's me actually pushing in on the sides of the metal frame, which keeps everything supported this way, but allows you to twist and turn. The idea is you're climbing, so you're twisting and you're turning, and this bag can conform to your back. It doesn't really vent very well because it's right on your back, so this gets really, really sweaty. But it's comfy, and it doesn't really weigh a whole ton, so it's pretty good. The other thing is it's got 2 hydration systems in here, so if you're a really big water drinker, you can actually hook up like a drum bag and a camelback, which I think is one of the things that they liked about it. Well, that was one of the selling points when I got it. So, internal pocket, front pocket, huge heavy-duty zipper on this thing, heavy-duty pull tabs, you're never going to rip them off. I mean, this bag's seen a lot, and it's still great. So, the Mammut Switch 22, no, Face 22. Oh, that's my signature, sorry. Face 22, yeah, so, super cool. climbing pack. Kind of small. Going really small though, we have the much loved Black Diamond Bullet. Which, by the way, I didn't really talk about this in the other Mammut gear review, or even talk about it on that one, but they all have this little whistle. It works better. It's late here and I don't want to wake up everybody. But got this little whistle that you could use as an emergency signal, which is kind of neat. This one, I've read online that people don't think that this one supports a hydration bladder, but it actually does. It's got a hydration loop, and it's got the little pass-through for hydration, so I don't know. It's even got little, like, Velcro things for it, and then a bite valve holder on it. At least my model does. I don't know if they still do. I got this thing a while ago. It's tough as nails. Basically, the whole back panel is made out of the stuff that's on the bottom of that bag. So this is kind of my throw around bag that I give to my wife when she's seconding for me, because it holds a couple sandwiches and like a rain jacket and maybe a pair of pants. It doesn't really have any kind of padding or anything on the back, but if you got a hydration bladder in there, that's going to be padding enough. There's not really a whole lot to say about this bag. It's got a couple gear loops on the back, but those aren't really accessible when you're using it. The idea behind it is you put it on, and it's kind of like one of those little backpacks that like teeny bopper girls wear, where it's way up high on your back. But the reason for that is because they don't want any kind of interference with your gear loops at all. So this thing rides really, really high, and you can still get to all your stuff. So that's kind of the design with it. It works great. I just fell out of it. It's got a little front pocket for, you couldn't even put a guidebook in here, I don't think. You could maybe rip out some pages and throw them in there. Cell phone, watch, wedding ring, stuff like that. It's got a little keeper, so you can take your ring off and put it on there. But just a bomb-proof bag, super solid. I think I picked it up locally, paid too much for it probably, but it's a really great bag. And it's totally the last small bag you'll buy. Like these are the last bags I'll ever have to buy. That's the biggest one for climbing, the 45 gear, and then that's like kind of just a general use pack, and then this is like a small seconding pack. So those are the climbing packs.